Hi everybody, it's Diane with Diane's Recent Florals. I'm so excited to have you here today. What we're going to do is I'm going to kind of show you what goes on behind the scenes a little bit. We're making this wreath coming up on September the 6th. I wanted to share this with you. Look how pretty this is. So pretty. I mean, this is what they call deco mesh. Anyway, this is going to be the kit that we will be working on at in our class. What I want to show you today is how to make the bow for the class. But before we do that, I want to kind of show you a little bit, oops, sorry. I want to show you how we're going to, what we're going to put into it. So we've got these, a whole bunch of these that are already been cut for you. There's also going to be ribbons that are all already pre-cut for you here, okay? And everything's dovetailed, all ready to go. And so each one of these will be put into a separate kit. And what I want to show you today is how we're going to make the bow for this wreath. And this is the bow here. So I'm going to show you how to make this and how we go about it. All of the kits will have a pre-made bow like this, but we just wanted to show you what's all detailed into this, making these for these classes and things, and hoping that you enjoy it. Again, if you have any questions, please, you can contact me at dianesrecentflorals.com. Okay, I hope this is far enough down where you can see okay. First of all, let me go over the ribbon with you real quick. We have this beautiful, this is the blue fall with the golden colored leaves in it, which is absolutely gorgeous. This is cut in a 2 yards. We will also use the orange, okay, there's 3 of these, and we cut these in 14 inches. And then we also have the plaid, which is also 2 yards. We will also be using a little piece of greenery here, some leaves with an acorn, and then a little piece of this pretty golden leaf color here together, which will be in the middle. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. We're also going to be using a zip tie, okay, and a pipe cleaner. Scissors, of course, okay, and some wire cutters. So we're going to start off with our first bow here. So let me make sure I stay within the camera range. Okay. So I usually want my doves to be, my tails to be about 12 inches, or I start out with 12. That way, if I want to clip more, I can. If I don't, then I usually clip more of it off, but it's okay because I want to make sure I always have plenty. So I start out here on my board. Okay, this is what they call an easy bow maker, which I will be providing some of these for classes when we do start making our bows. But this, I'm measuring this out here to 12 inches, okay? Or if you don't have that and you have a regular mat, you can measure it out to 12 inches on your mat as well. But I just go ahead and use the board because that's what it's for. So where I've measured my 12 inches, I'm going to kind of pleat that a bit, put it right in the middle, okay? So you've got these little things here. So I'm going to put it right in the middle of that, okay? Now, I'm going to pull this towards me, this tail, and then I'm going to take this side and I'm going to twist it, okay, to where it shows the ugly side or the inside out. And I'm going to bring it up, straight down, and then twist it, okay, so it's going to be twisting the bad side this way. All right, now I'm wanting this to measure, I only want to go to about 5 inches. Okay, so that's how big I want my loop to be. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing, okay, on the other side. I'm going to twist, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put it down by the 5 inches, okay. I'm going to twist again here. I'm going to go back, measure it off with this one here. All right, and then you want to push it down like that, and then I usually kind of pull them out a little bit. Twist again, then you're going to go straight down like here, measure it out to the 5 inches, and then I usually pull them out back this way. So there's my tail. All right, so that's the first part. All right, the second part, now we're going to use these strips. Like I said, they're cut in 14 inches. So what I usually do, they're usually in half like this, all right? And then I usually go and I just kind of pinch them like this, all right? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick them right in between, right where this bow is, and I'm gonna put one going this way and one going opposite way. So sometimes I pull them down because I might want my tails a little bit longer towards the end, but it's entirely up to you. Okay, so you've got that one. We're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. So we're gonna take this, we are going to scrunch it, okay? And then we're gonna go this way, here. So the tails, as you can see, the tails are both facing this way. Okay, so let me turn it around this way so you can see. All right, so you see how these tails are facing this way? So now the other one, the last one, we could leave it like that, but we won't. We're just gonna go ahead and scrunch it again, and this one will go in the middle, like this, okay? So that's kind of a neat look. And the next thing we wanna go on with our plaid, and we will start again. I just kind of measure it out through this, but you can go to your 12 inches. And then we're gonna go straight down just like we did the first bow, okay? This one we're only gonna measure out to 4 inches on the board because we want this one to be just a little bit smaller. Okay, so there's your 4 inches. There's your 4 inches here. Here's another 4 inches. Okay, and I'm gonna kind of move these around a little bit. Now this time, instead of doing 4 loops, I'm going to do 5 on this one. Okay, let's put that one. And then we're gonna do one more. Okay. All right. Now, your tail, this tail is gonna be over on the other side. It's okay, because when we start pulling it together with the zip tie and the pipe cleaners, you'll be fine. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull our acorn. All right, so this whole piece here, okay, you've got this long piece of acorn, you know, here, and then you've got your leaf. So what I like to do is go ahead and snip this. So I've got 2 pieces here, all right? So, and I don't cut all the rest of these off until after I'm made the bow and already pulled it through. Then I can snip it. So I'm just going to take this just like I would my ribbon, right, and stick it right into here like that. And I'm going to take my acorn and I'm going to do the same thing, all right, like that. Now if you want, you can kind of bend these up just a little bit so that when you go to pull your bows together, they're not going to stick. On this side, I'm going to do the same thing but on the opposite side, and I'll lift this up just a little bit so it's basically like this. All right. Now, you want to make sure that you're putting your zip ties on the proper way, okay? Because it's always the big side is what the side that you push it in on, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to lift this up very carefully from the bow maker. So you want to reach your hands up underneath, pull it up. All right, and then you want to hold with your fingers right here. Okay, you want to hold with your fingers. Now you're going to take this, and I usually try to start from the top here and work my way down. So we are going to take zip tie. We have the zip tie here, and I'm not going to tighten it all the way because I want to bring it back around because I want the zip tie in the back, but I want to make sure everything is where it needs to be. So it looks like it is. So now I'm going to flip this over here. You see where the zip tie is, right? And I am going to pull it as hard as I can because I want that really good and tight. All right, then I want to use my clippers, clip it off. Now, as you can see here, you can see all of these stems are sticking out. So what I like to do is grab the side of the ribbon. You can even grab the whole thing if you want to, probably easier for you. Grab the whole side and then just kind of push it in like this. All right, that way these little pieces get turned in. Then all you're going to do from here is you're going to clip them. So I'm going to clip off all of these big pieces. That will be sticking up. A little bit more. There, done. I'll clip him off. So everybody is good. I take my pipe cleaner. Okay, I kind of go in half so I get it in the middle. Put this right in the middle. And then we turn it over and do a couple of twists. 1, 2. That way this is what goes onto your wreath. So then from here, okay, we're going to just try to we're going to get this kind of fluffed out and thick so we can cut our dovetails. So we're going to start from the back to fluff our bow. So we're going to kind of pull this out, this around like this, right? Just kind of just taking from the back. You take your orange and you kind of use your hand and maneuver them away to where that they stick up. And you can just put your fingers up under there. It's like a little bubble or whatever you want to call it. And you stick your finger up there and it will just pop it right back up. You do the same thing on the bottom. Now on the top, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to make this bow. Because you don't want you want these flowers to look like they've been growing in the bow. Okay, not like you put them there. So like that. Got it? Okay. What's this? Okay. This is a really simple bow to make. You will see we'll be doing some Christmas bows. We'll be doing some different tutorials here that we're going to be doing so for Christmas and things too. So, but I just wanted to share this part with you. Now we're going to go ahead and dovetail where we think. I'm just eyeballing it, so I don't want it to be really long on this wreath, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these pieces here. So all you do with the dovetail is you're going to turn it like this, all right, and then you're going to cut at an angle. That's how you do a dovetail. Real easy. And do the same thing on this side. I usually make this side a little bit longer than the other side, so it's not exact match. All right. Okay, so we've got this far. I think this is going to look really pretty. I just wanted to share this with you, how this is going to look. All right. There you go. What a pretty bow.